Hey everybody, welcome to Beat the Designer. This is the Xbox version. My name is the Headhunter. Doing something a little bit different today. Didn't have anybody on the schedule, so I thought I would showcase my own course. Since this is what the Beat the Designer series, Xbox version is all about, just getting some exposure for the designers. And I just published this course, yesterday, so I thought, why not? I'll give it a play. I'm not going to play my ghost in a match or anything. I'm just going to play the course, see if I can beat my best score. I think it's a -9 at this point, so it's gonna be pretty tough to do. But I figured I would play the course and just kind of talk about the course and design ideas, kind of what I was thinking about when I went through it and stuff like that. Hopefully, you'll like the way it looks, and maybe you'll give it a play. That would be great. So it's done in the Boreal theme. As you can see, it is 7,008 yards. Green speeds are medium fast. I kind of set it to, I don't know, I'd say maybe 1 o'clock on that slider. And whenever I turn the speed up over medium, over that noon, I always lower the firmness. So the firmness is set to around 11 o'clock, I would say. So just a little bit lower than medium. So let's move up. Head to the first tee. This was Crazy Canuck 1985 did last night. He did this course for his reviews, the Crazy Canucks course critiques. So
hello there, my
check
name
out the
is John.
forums.
I'd like
You'll
to welcome
see
you to the golf club.
his full
Got a
review
par
on here.
4 in
I think he
store
definitely,
for us here.
I think he definitely
See what we
nailed
can
it. I mean, I'm very happy with it. I just, there's just something about it. Same thing. He couldn't put his finger on it, and it's kind of the same thing. I just don't know what it is that I just, I wasn't over the moon with it. Oh, Yelsman, thank you. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. It's 9 under seems to be the sweet spot, although Jim Jam apparently destroyed it. But that's no surprise there, right? So anyway, this is first hole. It's 395, playing into the wind a little bit. Kind of, that bunker shouldn't be a problem, but if you were dead into a straight wind, might be a little tough to get there. So 7-mile-an-hour wind. Take it down the right side. Yeltsman should have been lower. Yeah, I think everybody leaves shots out there, right? I don't know what Jim Jam. I think he was 13 under
Very
or something
nice.
like that.
All right,
he was rolling.
At 120 yards or so to the pin.
So if you put a good drive out there, even that was into the wind a little bit, only leaves a wedge in, kind of get you started on a little benign hole. I kind of laugh because it wasn't done intentionally, but kind of reminds me, I call it my Xbox controller bunker. And, but anyway, so you start out heading for the mountains. That's Hunter Mountain in the background. Of course, starts out heading that way and then turns... yeah, sure. Jump on in. I'll hang out here in the fairway while you get set up and jump in. So the course starts out. It heads out towards the mountains. The first 3 holes, you'll see the mountains in the background, and then the course turns away and kind of plays through the rolling hills. Kind of like. Originally, I didn't have this view off the first hole. The mountains were over that way. You can see the peaks over there, but then I thought this would give a nice little backdrop with the water in the background. You can't really see the water when you're on the green, but as your approach shot comes in, you can definitely see it, but you definitely get the view of the mountains. Let me see here. See if I can edge. I don't see you on here. It's not telling me any rivals found. I'm not sure if you're set up yet. Oh, there we go. Let's see. I'm sending you the invite to course. I don't know if you're at the tee already, but see if that sets you up on my scoreboard. So anyway, that's kind of the first hole. A little bit of slope around the pin, as you can see. You definitely want to hit this. You want to hit right of the pin. You know, try and leave yourself with an uphill putt. So, you're at 120 and up 7. That should be pretty good right there. Assuming I don't pull it, which I think I did, and I'll end up left of the pin. Or we could just put it in. Ooh, that would have been
That
nice.
was a sweet approach shot. All right, this next one's for birdie.
So as you can see, you know, side hill putt, you'll definitely get some decent break. And you
That's not
just,
supposed to happen. Those are supposed to go in.
lovely
the hole.
putt.
Shoot.
I think I'm
4 feet
farther
to
away
the
than I
hole, you
was
can do
before.
this.
Alright, so
nice little
just
putt on that
gave away a
one. Well
perfect
done.
birdie opportunity.
Way to start out with the par. Good stuff.
Were you able to join, Yeltsman? I don't see you on.
All right.
I don't see you
let's
on my
let her rip.
scoreboard. I sent you. It says invite to course. I learned from the best, Canuck, from watching your videos. So you like that, huh? So send friend request, I think. Oh, I see. I thought we were on each other's friends list. Let me just look real quick and see. Check messages. Just looking on Smart Glass. I don't see. It doesn't show me any messages. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, so anyway, this is the second hole. Plays really downhill. It's very short, 273. I mean, you want an iron off the tee. Oh, it says you're a follower or something. Yeah, I think I sent you a friend request, but I guess you have to send one to me, and I have to accept. I don't know. Did you try sending me one? Because I'm looking on Smart Glass, so that way I don't stop the stream. Because I think if I go to the friends, the stream will cut out here. But it's not showing me anything in messages according to Smart Glass. Now I don't know if it shows up on there. So it gives you 5 wood off the tee, but you really need to go down lower. Now with this kind of wind, little secret spot, you can actually take it out this way with a big draw. Hit 3 wood. If you hit a really big draw, you can actually hit this green going this way. Let's see if that's going to turn
Hit
enough.
all the fairways.
Nope, didn't turn enough. But that's what I like, is there's the danger in it. I don't know where to find it in Smart Glass. I was hoping I could just do it right from the Smart Glass app, but I don't see where. I'm going to friend. Oh, let me try. If I go to friends, I see. I see you. Oh, okay. I mean, it says you added me. I know I have you as a friend on here, so I'm not sure why it's. Let me look here for a second. That's saying no rivals found. And if I look at active friends, it shows you, but all it allows me to do is invite you to the course. I mean, I can try and do that again. Are you playing right now? Are you actually on the course? Because obviously I'm not seeing your ghost. Oh. So back to the action. Hopefully we can get this sorted out. We can get Yelsman on my scorecard here. If worst case, I guess I can always just jump over to friendsless in the game. It'll cut the stream for a second, but I'll try that after this hole if we don't get it figured out. But yeah, it's the beauty. If you go for it, obviously you're risking a lot. I was almost gonna make this all light rough. That way, you miss the green over the back and it's going in the water. But I figured that might be a little too harsh. What I did was I did add this though. Previously, this was not water. This was all ground up past the tee. But okay, on the first tee. Okay, I'll see if it shows up. So I cut the water in that way, so that way if you came down the other side from going left of the trees and try to hit a big cut, if you didn't cut it far enough, you'd basically be coming in on that angle, and if you didn't cut it far enough, you could end up going past that bunker and down into that water. So try and make it a little, a lot more risk involved with the shot. So now I'm not showing on yours. Any way to add me as a rival, maybe? I don't know. Things crazy sometimes. So let's see if we can drops it. Nope. Left it short.
13-footer here.
So not too much break. Pretty easy break here. I figured if you take the conventional route and just hit the iron off the tee, I mean, not so exciting. Chicks don't really dig the iron off the tee, but they do dig birdies. So you just hit an iron, you have an easy shot in here, and the green isn't too bad. But going for it obviously brings in a lot of trouble, and that's kind of what I was going for here.
Yes.
So as you can see, you can even still miss. Obviously, you can easily miss the green and still make a nice bird. But
okay, here we go.
So here's the third. Par 3, you're heading right towards the mountain now, kind of little peninsula green out into the lagoon sort of thing, and I was determined to figure out a way to make a waterfall here in this game, which obviously is extremely difficult, but that was my little attempt there. Kind of comes down. If it's moving, yeah, it could sort of look like water coming down. I know. Kind of a weak effort, but it was just something I was playing with. Hey. Goats. So, gives you an interesting shot pin, sort of tucked over there a little bit. Let's see if we can drop it in there. Still requires a pretty good shot
a beauty.
for birdie. John's digging it. Oh yes, if that'll stop, it should be perfect. There we go. Let's see if we can make
Nice
a putt,
little approach
unlike the
shot.
first hole.
And for the bird. That was nice.
There you go.
2 under for the round.
That's how that hole is played.
Okay, this is the 4th hole.
So this is 4. It's par 4. You'll see the green is my little picture for this course. You come out to a fairway out here, and then you're crossing across the little water, pond, what have you. You come into this green, kind of tuck back into the woods back there. Tried to think the limitations of the Xbox, maybe the draw distance,
Whoa,
but
you smashed that.
up ahead of the next water. If you get close, it's actually really planted with grasses and everything, but from here, it looks like some toothpicks on the dirt, which is kind of annoying, which is the hard part when when you're designing stuff. That's my little kind of my picture there of the course, but when you're designing stuff, you know, you get right down low. Yeah, I mean that the bank looks awesome, right? But get far away, and it looks like toothpicks with some bushes on there. It's kind of the bummer. I mean, I'm assuming PC high settings or something. Maybe it looks really good. Hopefully, but I don't know. Maybe it's the limitation of the Xbox, the way it draws. So it's kind of a pain because you're never really gonna get really close to that bank to see it. But at least from this point of view. So here you go. With this wind, you definitely gotta take it over the trees a little bit. I kind of wanted to force you to take it out to the right side. If you go left on this hole off to that fairway, then you're gonna have a interesting shot. So it kind of requires
Sweet.
a nice
For
placement off the
birdie
tee.
here.
Not a very good shot, leaving me 21 feet, but it's makeable. Certainly makeable. Didn't say by me, but I'm sure
Oh!
someone could make that
3
putt.
feet to the hole here. All right, let's check the scorecard here.
All right. Par's not too bad, although
Okay, so that's
Trying
going
to
to keep you at 2 under for the
reach
round.
that -9 is gonna be tough. Although there are a
Okay,
couple.
it's time to
Oops,
send this
sorry.
ball on
Tried.
its
There are a
way.
couple of holes that can make eagle here now. This hole, it's par 5. There's the kind of like how you can see the 7th. That's the 7th green out there in the distance. So this hole kind of makes a little S turn there. You can take it down over that bunker. With this wind, though, it's not much of a wind, so I don't know how much I can take off here. See if we can loft it up a little bit. If you get a strong wind blowing left to right,
Looks like you're going to hit some sand here.
92%, lovely. Well, that pretty much takes it out. Although the good part is now you'll get to see... well, maybe not necessarily. Well, I was going to say you get to see what I designed up by the green, but maybe I'll just play the hole that way just so you can see. Because I know in Crazy Stream he was taking the
Oh, it's not too bad. You're on the fairway.
Lewis and
Good
Clark
stuff. And this one
approach
looks
to
like
this
around
hole.
240 yards out.
But this is what I was referring to here. If you go for it and you kind of miss right, it's sort of sunken down in there. All sorts of junk. Nice little boulder hidden in there. So I'm going to go up this way, even though I should probably try and go for it if I'm trying to put up a good score, but I'll just hit it up here and see. That way you get a view of what I was trying to do. So like there, you know, if you were hitting 3-wood from there and you tried to draw it in and you didn't turn it over right, you could end up in that. Definitely end up in that junk. And you can see, kind of like the way you see that house in the distance. He's up off the par 3 up there. Guy with some mega bucks.
This one's looking dialed in.
All right, hopefully I can get
Okay,
my
let's
par
see
there.
what you
That
can
tee
do
shot
with
was
this
less than
7-footer.
stellar going in the bunker. That kind of cost me. All right.
Nice. Solid stroke on that one. Well done. And
That
that'll
was
keep
5.
you at 2 under for the round.
Going to
Well,
6
you might
here
need a
is the
little
par
less
3.
club than normal here. That green is well
Play
below
is
us.
about 201, but it's way down, so definitely taking less club into this. Originally, I did not have that back bunker. I just had the one on the right, and I thought putting one in the back would definitely make it a lot nicer that way, and a little more challenging. If you definitely go too far, you'll be going in that bunker, so it requires a little more of a precise shot here. Let's see, I don't know if this is going to be enough, but let's try it. If you can
This one's looking good.
get on the front, even that's probably too deep into the green. It's going to roll out a little bit. I was just afraid. That's the hard part, is you do
for
not
birdie.
want to come up short there, but It is a little uphill at that start, so if you actually hit that front of the green, it should reduce the speed of the shot. It should just bounce up a little bit, so. 28-footer is not gonna be good enough.
Little 5-footer here.
A hole tough to make bird. I think par, definitely good score here.
Nice
Just
putt.
take the par and move on.
Okay, so that's going to keep you at
So that was
2 under
6.
for the round.
Here's 7.
All right. Let's let her rip.
I kind of let this play through. So the trees kind of encroach in on the tee shot. If you get a left to right wind, you're golden. Right to left, which seems to be the prevailing wind so far. Tougher shot. This fairway drops down kind of through that rough area, and then you come out to the green. My little rowboat that's sort of dry docked over there. You'll see as you get closer. I'll try and point that out, but it's kind of in the high grass now. Hasn't been used in a while. So here, if you can cut it a little bit, I think is, especially with this wind,
It's looking
I think
good.
you're perfect. Let you roll out a little bit and should leave a short iron into the green.
All right, looking at 150
On
yards.
friends, recent but not live. I don't know. Sometimes this thing is goofy like that, huh? But there's my. See again with the Xbox draw distance, you can't even see that. But see my boat kind of out in the weeds, out in the grass out there. 45 down 16 should be pretty good right here. Not too bad. You'll get a good view of the boat there. Kind of cool. I like the way that camera angle did that.
Shot.
I tried sending you a course invite, Yeltsman. I don't know. Maybe it's not going through, or I'll have to look at the friends list when we're done here. Oh, there it is. Now it shows you on the scoreboard. Of course, you're on the first hole. I'm on 7, so I'll try and babble a little bit. Maybe you can catch up. So 17-footer. It's going to turn a little bit. Stay up. There it is.
That was awesome.
All right. So -3
3 under for the round.
through 7. So 8. It's
This is the
449.
8th hole. Let's see what you can do.
Kind of hitting out sort of over an open field type thing. Fairways raised up. Some rock formations there. Bunker on the corner is definitely reachable. And then fairway turns left and comes out to the green. So play into a 7. You definitely want to take it out to the side. There's a little bump out on the green. I don't think it's going to affect you too much. I think even if you're tucked tight to that bunker, you'll have room to get in there. But if you can hit the right side of this fairway, you'll have a little bit cleaner shot into the... oh, no. That's not good. Hopefully I can stay on. Yeah, it'll actually work out. And now you can see exactly what I was talking about. If you get really tucked to the right, you'll end up maybe
so
being
right
blocked out
around
by those trees
180
out there.
yards out.
You can see those trees, but so when you come in, see how there's that little bump out. So if you're coming in from, I think the pin is far enough on the green that it really wouldn't affect, but if you're coming more on that angle, you got the rough to carry, whereas my angle here is a little bit cleaner angle. So I was kind of thinking that. I didn't want to tuck those trees too far left to totally block you out, but if the wind is coming from the other direction, it'll at least make you think about it. Let's see, that looks pretty good right there.
Yep, score
Ah,
update here.
too strong.
My friend just put up a par on the last hole.
Too much club.
26-footer from here to the cup.
So now, A decent little break on this one. See if we can actually get this to the hole. Oh, I got it there. Now it's got to stop. Oh, that's not too bad.
To be magnificent.
That's probably
See if we
actually
can save
perfect
par
speed.
here. That would be nice.
It's like in real life, they're telling you a foot, 2 feet past the hole. It's the ideal speed.
Well, you could have had a birdie there. I think you know that. But next time, those
Alright.
ones will drop. And that'll keep you at 3 under.
You
for
missed
the
3
round.
birdie. I think the first 3
Now
holes
your
are...
friend is
Well,
sitting
second
at
one, if
even
you can
par.
drive it close to the green, hopefully you can get up and down. But the first hole's tough to make birdie, actually, with the slope. You need a good shot in for position. So this number 9, it's actually a short, very short par 5. It's downhill 59 feet to the pin. I like kind of put the trees in to force you to kind of shape your shot a little bit. Ideally, you want the left side of the fairway because as you get up there, there's trees that encroach in on the right as well. So if you can hit the left side of this fairway, it'll give you the best angle.
Looking good so far.
Best angle in. Don't tell me I went too far, and I did. That's too far left. All right.
Unlucky.
You don't
I'll
wanna
take
be
back
this
that
far
last
left.
Comment. Okay, you're in the rough.
As
but
now I
you aren't
probably
in the
not
real
good.
deep
I made
stuff.
very large green. I kind of like making bigger greens on the par 5s. That way, if it's coming in hot, it'll release, and you'll have plenty of room to stay on the green. But you can see if you're over to the right side of the fairway, those trees on the right there will be a little trouble. So this could actually work out pretty well hitting short. It'll roll quite a bit. So that's not too bad.
Wow, you hit that green in under regulation. You can
Still a long way to go, but if you hit the fairway, obviously you can tell you got a much easier shot. So there's a good chance to make eagle on this hole. Not necessarily for me, because I missed the fairway, but overall, it's definitely a hole you can make eagle. Another coming up way short here on my
let's
leg.
see what you can do with his 8-footer.
It should be straight in.
Yes.
There you go. All right, so I'm close.
Very solid round.
Shooting for that
after
9. Well, actually shooting for
Fantastic.
10 under because I've already shot 9 under, so I need to go 6 under on the back.
And now your friend is sitting at even par. Let's put this
So
ball
this is
down in
number
the fairway.
10. It's a long par 4. You're kind of hitting over the creek bed here. Lots of boulders through there. It runs out into the lake that surrounds the clubhouse, and 18 plays along it. Get a little bit of kind of dipsy-doos out in the fairway. Good shot will help you get there, and then out there on the right side, which I'll try and hit it to the left of the pin so you can see it. That's where the rock formation and the course gets its namesake. There's a cave. Legend has it when the wind blows just right, you can actually hear the devil's whisper. Let's see, hopefully I did not just pull that.
This is a beauty.
Hopefully get a bounce. I may have missed the downslope. Oh, no, there it goes. Get some extra roll there.
And looks like I'd say 160 yards or so out from the pin.
So that leaves 160. That should be just about right there. Let's see if I can't get the right angle, I'll just move the camera. That should be perfect. This should give you a nice view.
Sweet. This one's for birdie.
As I sculpted the land, it almost looked like a door, some kind of ancient door of some sort, so I kind of built the rocks around it, and it looks like a cave entrance there. Kind of put some trees to kind of cover it up. Just one of those things that, I didn't want to make it obtrusive, so you're playing the hole and you hit it, straight to the pin, or even put it to the right of the pin, you're never going to see this. But, you get into the right spot, and it's kind of like a little surprise. That's kind of what I wanted to do. I didn't really want to put it behind the green to kind of put it in your face. Anyway, 21 footer. Let's see if we can make this. Did I hit it? No, I didn't.
And the next hole coming up. Okay, so
All right,
that'll
so we got our
keep you
par.
at 4 under.
Kind of
for the
cool. I
round.
don't know if it always gives you that view, but at least when you go to the
And
scoreboard,
now
you'll
your
kind of get
friend
that
is sitting at 1
the
under.
view of that formation, so it's not completely wasted.
Okay, here we go.
So this is number 11. Again, usually prevailing winds seem to be downwind on this hole, and so it kind of gives you a little extra. The fairway tightens up over here, so if you're into the winds, you definitely got a interesting shot. I mean, you can easily lay up, but then if you're downwind, you can go over that bunker and you'll get some downhill. Pin up front kind of makes you flirt with that big bunker up front. See, the wind's not really much here at all, so let's see. Uh-oh, I pulled it. That could very well be in the
Looks like
bunker.
you'll be in the short stuff here.
John's telling me fairway, but I don't think so. No. Yep, so
Okay.
as you can
well,
see with
you
not
ended
much
up in
wind,
the
it
rough.
definitely,
Sorry to
you got to
get
shape your
upset.
shot or lay up. Well, let's see if I can reach. You do not want to be, that's not the spot to be, because that's well above your head. It'll require a really good shot. And then I kind of cut out the trees here so you get a view. That's actually the 18th green behind you and the clubhouse in the distance. I kind of like that open look. So it's not just like 18 individual holes. Kind of gives you the feel that you're actually on a real course and kind of seeing other holes. Get up there. Oh, just made it. That's going to actually turn into a really good shot.
Nice.
Sweet.
Okay, for the birdie.
Now we got to cash in here. Ah, come
Ooh,
on.
that was slightly disappointing.
Not good. All right,
Next hole
another
coming
par.
up,
We're gonna have to do some work here to
and
to
that'll keep
shoot
you
my
at
best score.
4 under for the round.
Yelt's been flying his way through. Almost caught up to me already.
12th hole.
This is
coming up.
12.
Make your best shot.
Never made a little. Well, actually, I did in the other course, but I want to make a little flower bed there. It is kind of, as Canuck says, kind of sitting out there in the middle of nowhere. I just wanted a view from the tee. I guess that bunker back there was actually visible. At least part of it. The left, the left half, left edge of it was visible. And something, I don't know what happened. I kind of forget, but I had to change this tee box. I kind of forget why I did that, but I may have not raised it as high as I had it before, so I kind of missed that, unfortunately. So now you don't see the bunker, whereas before you could. I was really trying to avoid that situation of making bunkers that aren't visible. I did create that mound. That mound was always there. It was kind of the idea. It was kind of hide the edge of the green. But I did make sure I actually extended that bunker farther to the left so you could see it. So a little bummed that happened. But anyway, a funny story actually. When I was testing this, play testing this before I published it, I actually made a hole-in-one on this. It landed right there in the fringe, and it kind of goes up and breaks to the left. So that's been the story of my golf club career here. I have 2 holes in one on play testing and 1 in real competition. I somehow can't do it when it counts the most. Well, let's see. Who knows? Maybe I'll make one right here. 93%? No, it's not going to happen. Alright, so chipping on. As you can see, it does break to the left. So try and play it out this way a little bit. I don't think it's going to get there, but that was the idea.
Friend just parred
All
their
right.
last hole. Bit of an update for you. All right, nice
Take
little
it,
2-foot
but
putt.
Pars at
Guys
this
haven't
point
got
are
a
not going to get me
scorecard.
to my best. So
Okay, so
Anyway,
that'll
that
keep
was
you at
12,
4
13.
under for the round.
it's par 5.
Okay, let's give this ball a smash.
I kind of put that tree there on the corner, make you think about it. I mean, you'll easily drive over it, but it's just kind of visual, sort of visual intimidation. Same with this tree, you'll take it right over. The bunker is not. You will not be able to drive it unless there's a extremely strong wind, downwind. I don't think that bunker's reachable because it is an uphill shot. But if you can play it off the edge
Nice.
and
Should
keep
be in
it
the
tucked as
fairway.
close as possible, you might have a chance to get to this green, but most likely it's going to be a three-shotter. So, comes out, big funky bunker there, cuts the fairway, and then out to the green. You got the water back behind. I put the little boat in there so you kind of get a visual of it as you're playing down the hole. See if I can hit this straight. Last few times I've been in that bunker on the left. 94%. What am I doing? Alright, well, wasn't getting there anyway, so didn't quite hurt me there. So now, coming to this green actually is there's a little slope back behind the pin, sort of a two-tier green. I think if you were to throw it back on that tier, I don't think it's gonna, on the slope, I don't think it's gonna come back all the way to you, but it'll certainly back up a little bit down that slope if you were to
Beauty.
throw it past the pin.
Nice. For the bird.
It's a nice short. There you go, a little short
Yes.
birdie putt. So this is not that tough a birdie hole. Just as long as you
Sitting
put your
at
drive in the
5 under for
fairway,
the
you should be pretty good to go. So all right, this
All
is
right,
14.
next stop, let's hope for some fairway.
I cut that water and didn't originally have the water all the way up the left, and I said, well, obviously it's nowhere close to being in play, but thought I provided a kind of a neat little visual. That bunker is all visual there. Unless if you're into a really strong wind, you could maybe, but it seems the prevailing seems to be downwind, so that bunker is nowhere near in play. As you'll see, you completely
All right,
launch it
looking good
over.
so far.
Even into the strongest winds, I mean, if you were somehow to get 12, 15 straight into you, I don't know if you'd hit into the bunker, but it's certainly going to make you think about it.
I'd say around 105 yards or so to the pin here.
So now, it's approach shot. Here's my little subtle rock cliff there. Just felt like playing with some rocks there. You don't really see it unless you were to hit some kind of crazy shot over there, but you never know. Alright, so big uphill, 21 feet up. Getting up there, you can't really see the surface of the green, but not bad. Just up into
And
the
now
middle.
Your friend is sitting at 3 under.
Put you a little downhill putt here. You want to be a little careful with this one, but there we go.
Yes. 6 under for the round.
So, got a 15. This one,
Okay, it's time to send this ball on its way.
you kind of hit out. This one I was inspired by a course here in North Carolina called Tot Hill Farm. It's a par 5 that you kind of hit over a big depression like that, and it's all sorts of trees and woods, and it does kind of bend left like that. I wanted to put that bunker and then stop the bunker and put all water up to the green, but the height of the course and everything, I said forget it. It wasn't going to work. So anyway, with this wind, you can really take this out over the trees. Kind of gave a little visual to the right of the fairway, and that's where I aimed
Nice,
you,
should
but
be in the fairway.
if you're aggressive, you can take it out this way. I mean, even that, I could have taken even more, so you get a downwind
And from
shot.
here, we're about 130 yards out.
You get a downwind shot, and you're going to be golden. So, again, very deep bunker. You do not want to be in that. So, that leaves you with the shot pin in the front. Make you think about it, but just loft up a little bit here. Again, you want to try and, if you can somehow hit the front of the green. This is going to be definitely a little deeper, but if you hit the front of that green, you can really get it close. But that's, brings in that bunker into play. So that was kind of the that was kind of the idea there.
Here. This is definitely makeable.
But again, green, very reasonable. Gives you a good birdie opportunity. Well, if I can birdie the last three, I can do it. Possible.
Right,
so this is
in the fairway.
16. Brought the trees in on the right there. Make you kind of shape your shot. You don't want to, if you hit that too far left, you're going to have you bring that bunker into play. Again, depending on the wind. So here at the 4 mile an hour, you get those trees, but they doesn't look that bad off the tee, but you can easily hit it into those trees. And 92%, seriously? So I'm going to put it right where I said not to. Yeah, you'll be on the fairway on this far left side, but then
175 yards.
you can end up with tree trouble like this. So I'm going to have to, if you get out this way, you want to shape your shot back in. So as you can tell, if you really were to tuck it left, that tree would definitely play some havoc with you, which is the idea. Now, when Crazy Connect did the video, he was mentioning about the lighting. He said, yeah, I took the safe approach and put it at basically kind of like the noon settings, and it's exactly what I did. My Northern Pines course is I tried to kind of play with lighting, a little artsy with it, and it turned out, probably too dark. And I just don't like the shadows in this game. It just hides the pins, it hides the bunkers, so I kind of went to the noon situation, so to provide less shadows. And maybe it worked against me. I went into the designer, and I pulled this course back up again to kind of play around with it, but I don't know, I guess I just need a lot of practice. Oh, that's not even going to be close. I need a lot of practice with that. The settings, I got to
this one is saved.
Watch some tutorials on how people do it, because you see other people's and they just have the lighting spot on, and I just can't seem to get it. I tried it in the designer, but I just didn't like the way it was putting shadows over everything. And I guess the ideal way to do is to do it first, and that way you can set your pins in sunlight and thing like that. To do it after the fact, it kind of screws everything up. Crazy gave it, I think, 8 in-game and a 4.25 on TGC Tours, I think. I had a lot. Come on, get in there. Oh well, there goes my hope of my best score. But yeah,
see what the scorecard says.
I had a lot to live up to after the Hunter Meadows course, which kind of funny because I thought it was a really good course when I built that one, but I was
17th hole coming up.
Really, all the love the course got, and them using it in the dev stream. It really took me by surprise. All the plays that I've gotten, like most of my other courses are all 20, not even 20. I think in the teens for a number of plays. So I was hoping, get some decent stuff. I'd never expected it to be handicapped, and now even my Durham Springs course is over 500 plays. I think it has, this morning I looked on Xbox anyway, 533 plays on Xbox, and Hunter Meadows has about 333, so both of those courses really surprised me. But, building this one, I think the course design, I think, came out great. I really like the holes that
it looks like your friends just finished their round.
Came up with, official, but and just like Crazy said, there's just something I could not put my finger on that I knew it wasn't a 5-star course. I knew that wasn't going to be the case. Obviously that's what we're always shooting for when we build it, but there was just something about it. Like he said, I can't put my finger on it, but I didn't know what I could do. Get in there.
That
There we
was
go.
brilliant.
I did not know what I could do to, to make it
7
that
under for the
5-star
round.
course.
Hole number 18.
Like you said, I couldn't put my finger on it. So anyway, this is, again, another hole inspired. This was inspired by Myrtle Beach, Kings North, a hole called the Gambler. It's very similar. It has a separate fairway out in the water. I really thought that was a cool design. Now their fairway, it's pretty much like that, but it's just one big fairway. And I thought, if you're gonna make a severe risk reward here, then there's your risk reward. You put that on the fairway, and you're knocking off at least 30 yards. It's a very, very easily reachable hole. It is downhill. When you look at your driver, it looks like it's gonna be short, but it's so downhill that you can easily hit it through those bunkers. If you take the right route, you're gonna struggle to reach the green. So that was kind of my approach to it. It's gonna force you to hit a really good shot, and if you do, then you'll be well rewarded with an easy shot into the green. Let's see if I can hit it. Nope. If you hit it in the bunkers, like which I probably just
Heading
did,
towards the beach here. Not the good kind.
well, now you'll see what happens. Oh, thanks for playing, Yeltsman. Appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed it. See, you'd had a pretty good score there. So here you see what happens when you get in the bunker. Actually, I got pretty decent lies, so I can actually take this out. I don't think I need to lay up. We'll see what happens, but you should be able to, yeah, so unless you get a really hideous lie, which is always possible, you're able to get it
Really,
out.
You got some
at
decent
least
distance,
advance it,
out of that sand.
but-
Nice job.
If you don't hit that fairway, obviously there's no way you're getting to the green, but that was the idea I went for, very high risk, but the payoff is great because it'll probably end up leaving you with 3 iron into the green. Let's see if we can get this close and
Looking good.
get that bird, which after going in the bunker, that would be
Nice.
quite nice.
For the birdie here.
So 9-footer. I know, oops, sorry. Oops, I'm playing around with moving the
Right, about a
camera.
3-footer here.
I meant to do that. And look, you can see, not too bad, not too much break, but the my clubhouse is out to the
nice
left
little
out there over the
putt on
water.
that
I don't know
one.
if you'll
Well
see it
done.
under the camera. Switches now, but
Well, after
it plays
looking at
left of that
scorecard,
island
I
fairway
suggest
out there,
you
so
find,
you don't always get a view of
course
it.
a little
Again,
more
kind of like
difficult.
those rocks I
Excellent. You
did on
just,
10.
killed it this time.
If you get the
Very
right
good.
angle, you'll get a view out towards the clubhouse. But anyway, so that's my Devil's Whisper Golf Club. Doesn't play too bad. It's like I said, it's very playable. It's good scores are definitely out there to be had, but that's kind of my design approach. I think if you've played my other courses, good scores are always out there. I'm not big on making crazy greens. I like to make them puttable and make them fun. I mean, I know people are going to tear them up, and that's okay. I think everybody likes shooting a good score. I guess it always depends on the winds. If the winds really picked up, then it might play a little more difficult. But yeah, that's my goal. So I had Callie, my brother, laughing because I told him, yeah, I might take a little time off after this course, and I think 2-3 hours after I published this one, I was already back into the course designer. It's completely consumed me. I absolutely love it. Just tinkering around. So I think Callie and I are going to work on a collaboration course, which we're hoping it's going to be the first one ever on Xbox. We've got a little secret how we're gonna work on it together, because he's in Boston and I'm in North Carolina, so it's not like we're gonna be working on the same Xbox. But we're gonna try and do it, see how it turns out. Hopefully it'll work out well, and like I said, hopefully we'll be one of the first to do an Xbox collaboration. Obviously not as easy as PC when you can just trade the files back and forth, but we think we have a little system worked out, so we're gonna give it a shot and My next attempt, I'm gonna try it. I didn't think I would do it, but I'm actually gonna try to do a real course. I'm just waiting on a yardage book, a detailed yardage book, and I'm probably gonna work on that at the same time. But I don't expect that course to be out anytime soon. I mean, doing a real course is a completely different animal in terms of getting everything right, and I'm trying not to take any creative liberties. I'm gonna try and do it as best I can, and it's a great course. But we'll leave that to later in the future. I just went in and, like I said, I was tinkering around and laid out the holes, just the rough stuff, tee to green, put the distances, and the land is completely flat, so I'll have lots of sculpting to do and all sorts of fun stuff. But like I said, I'm waiting on a detailed yardage book before I start doing anything. So keep that'll be back burner for a little while. Who knows how long that one will take to put out there, but hopefully if I can get it right, it'll be worth it. So anyway, this was a sort of a special episode of Beat the Designer in the Xbox version. Didn't really play my Ghost, but I just wanted to show my course. I didn't have anybody lined up to do a match against, so I figured why not showcase my course, right? So anyway, if you liked it, maybe like the video, go out, maybe give it a play. That'd be great. I really appreciate that. And I am the Headhunter. So again, if you would like to have me play a match on your course, you need to design it on Xbox. That way I can pull your Ghost, or I guess technicality, if you design it on PC but you also play on Xbox, you could do that. That way I'd have a Ghost on your course. Drop in the HB forums. I have a thread set up, Beat the Designer Xbox version. Just drop a message in there with the name of your course, and I'll set it up. It'll be a Stableford match. The one thing I'll have to just check out, make sure you have a Ghost that I have access to. You either have to be near the top of the leaderboard so I could find it by searching for the global scores, or if not, I'll try and get in touch with you and we'll get it on each other's friends lists. That way I can easily pull it up off of the friends' Ghosts. So that'd be great if you want to do that. I'd appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.